Brought to you by
Youth, elderly, and persons with disabilities. It's time to choose our leaders. Let's show up and participate in the special interest group elections. Starting June through August this year. Your vote, your voice. My vote, my voice. This message is brought to you by the Uganda Electoral Commission.
Good evening once again. Thank you for joining us for the 10 o'clock edition of the UBC News Tonight. My name is Wadulo Arnold Mark, and Dorothy Namuyomba is on sign language. Without further ado, let's take a look at the headlines and then get into it.
Brought to you by
Uniquely ours. Explore Uganda.
In our headlines tonight, President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni to take over as chairman of the African Peer Review Forum next year. The First Lady commends Estonia for advancing Uganda's digital learning. Sam Kutesa joins high-level panel on Africa's governance and security. And 60-year-old publishes a book promoting water conservation. All these in our news tonight.
Brought to you by
Uniquely ours. Explore Uganda.
Once again, thank you for joining us. We now give you the news in detail. President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni will assume the chairmanship of the African Peer Review Forum of Heads of State and Government in February 2026, a role that will see Uganda take the lead in guiding continental governance and development priorities. President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni will take over the chairmanship from Algerian President Abdelmadjid Tebboune.
What has happened? Because now you can see that I'm sure market is one of them. Market integration.
Yes, it is one of them.
Because if you don't solve that, if you go running around, you don't implement that, there's no way we are going to move forward. So it would be good to really audit and talk frankly. Because if you don't assist the business people to have a sure market, how will they expand? This is the problem of Latin America. Latin America has got a lot of natural resources. It has got more natural resources than USA. Rivers, forests, minerals, agriculture. Latin America is very rich in natural resources. But the way they are organized, business cannot easily succeed. You are in Honduras, small market, El Salvador, rich in presidents, but poor in everything else. A lot of presidents, excellence. It's really a disaster. United States, if I'm a businessman in New York, I produce a product, it will be sold all the way to California. How can I fail? How can I fail? This huge market of 300 million people with money, they have money also. Numbers and purchasing power. They have both. They have the numbers, but also the purchasing power. So if you don't address that and then you run around, then the other issue, it must be the raw materials. Was it one of them? Selling raw materials. It was one of the 10. Was it? I'm trying to check.
You said that it was implied within the integration framework of the market.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Because with the raw materials, it's a disaster. So much loss on everything. Every raw material you sell and process, you are donating money and jobs to other people. This is what I've been telling the Americans, Mr. Trump's people. They come here and say, you people, if you want to help Africa, don't buy and process raw materials. Invest. If you want copper, process it fully to 99.9%. Then some of it can be used here in our local industries. And you can also export some, but we get more money, we create more jobs. But also our raw material is horizontal integration. You have got vertical integration and horizontal integration.
Your Excellency, Uganda's readiness is further strengthened by our practical experience in governance, peace, and regional integration. Our investments in electricity interconnectors with South Sudan, transport corridors to the Democratic Republic of Congo, and peacekeeping contributions in Somalia exemplify how governance, infrastructure, and security are interlinked drivers of transformation.
We have developed a comprehensive two-pronged approach which will guide the work for the next 2 years. The national agenda will be guided by the proposed theme to be determined by the government. We are also proposing that the continental agenda be anchored by the theme addressing the bottlenecks in hindering Africa's socio-economic development through good governance. Your Excellency, you may recall that at the 23rd APRM Forum held in June 2015 in South Africa, you presented a statement on 11 bottlenecks hindering the effective socio-economic transformation of the African continent. Your Excellency called on countries to review themselves on how they are progressing on the 4 thematic pillars of the APRM. Following the statement, the chair of the forum requested Your Excellency, the President, to make a presentation on the bottlenecks as pertinent areas for review at the following forum.
Reflecting Uganda's comparative advantage as a
district bordering Zambia called Mchinji.
Your father is from?
Your Excellency, the President, the purpose of our visit is to prepare the country ahead.
African trade from the current 14.4% to 20 countries really connecting with one another, neighbors especially, connecting with one
another. His late Excellency. But the interesting thing, Excellency, the former President of Seychelles, President Danifor.
We look forward to working closely with the APRM Continental Secretariat.
Some are Indian, some are European, some
I think I'm from Mozambique, Excellency. For governance and specialized reporting from the Republic of Malawi. Mr. Damien Teze, the Chief of Staff of the Honorable Lydia Wayongo Mutende, the current and retiring member of the APRM panel. The forum requested an audit on the implementation of the 13 bottlenecks identified. Your Excellency, the President.
Still, the President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni has commended the King of Busoga Kingdom, Wilberforce Nadiope Gabula, for promoting unity, peace and development within the kingdom. In a message delivered by the Prime Minister of Uganda, Robina Nabbanja, during the 11th coronation ceremony, President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni pledged continued support for the kingdom's goals and aspirations. Today, the King Wilberforce Nadiope Gabula marked 11 years since ascending the throne.
Wilberforce Nadiope Gabula IV, the king of Busoga, today marked 11 years since he assumed the throne. The Prime Minister of Uganda, Robin Anabanja, represented President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni. On arrival, the Prime Minister paid a courtesy call to the king at his palace in Bugembe. Later, the Prime Minister was received by the Kingdom's Premier, Joseph Muvawala, together with the Kingdom officials. The king, the Chabazinga Wilberforce Nadiope Gabula, also arrived amidst jubilations of his subjects to celebrate his 11 years on the throne. In a message delivered by the Prime Minister of Uganda, Robin Anabanja, Museveni thanked the King Wilberforce Nadiope Gabula for spearheading unity, peace and development of the kingdom.
I am happy to note that since your ascension to the Chabazingership on 13 September 2014, you have continued to champion the unity, peace, and development of Busoga region. I wish you more prosperous and healthy years as you continue to steer Busoga Kingdom to greater heights.
The Prime Minister, together with the Minister for Presidents, Mireba Baranda, called on the Basoga to support President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni and the NRM flag bearers in the coming general elections.
Tulonda abantu abalina vision okutwala ewanga lino mu maiso. Wano wensimbira abasoga nti muneegayiteku okulonda nga kutuusa okwa 2026. Tulonde Oweekitiibwa General Retired Yoweri Kaguta Museveni kubanga n'okubaawo kwaife wano olwaleero gaali maani ge. Tumulonde, tumunooneza akalulu, tumusapootinge n'abakulembeze abandi. Waliwo ebintu bye tulina okubabuulira mu mazima gaabyo. Amazima gali nti Oweekitiibwa President alina waatujje ate alina waatutuusizza. Ate nga tukyakola emirimu mingi wano e Busoga. Tulina we tuvudde, tulina we tutuuse, era njagala okubasaba ne sekusaba yenna. Mutunuulire Oweekitiibwa President ng'obudde butuuse obw'akalulu.
Addressing the kingdom subjects, the Prime Minister of Busoga, Joseph Mvawara, denied allegations that the kingdom officials are selling off the kingdom land.
Yes. Buli muntu alina olupapula olujingirire atwalibwe poliisi atukobere empapula ebyo atitolawo tukooyo otuswaza tukooyo otunyimirira.
This year's coronation theme is centered on rallying the Basoga to fight malaria, which is the #1 killer of the Basoga.
Omusuuta gw'ensiri gukaali musaale mu kukendeeza ebyobulamu bantu baife n'ebyenfuna. Kyayongera obwavu mu bantu baife okusingira ddala bamusaayi muto n'abakyala abasuubira okuzaala. Ekiruubirwa kyaife ng'obwakyabazinga bwa Busoga tikyakulanisa musuuda gwa nsiri lwa leero lwonka, aye okuzimba omusingi omwigumivu nga Busoga yeebwidda muzira musuuda guno awo nitusobola okulwanisa obwavu, endwaire n'obutamana.
The king also appealed to his subjects to avoid politics of hate and division so that the kingdom remains united.
Mu biseera bino bye tulimu n'ebiri kuyita mu maiso awo, bakuyinza okusigala nga mu kitole tusobole okukulaakulanya ebitundu byaife bye tuwangaalira. Mwidukire nti ebitwawula bitufuula ab'endawulo, aye ate ebitugayita bitufuula b'amaanyi.
Tuyanziza ino.
And in more news, the First Lady and Minister of Education and Sports, Mrs. Janet Museveni, has commended the Estonian Center for International Development for its critical role in strengthening Uganda's education sector through digital innovation. Speaking during a meeting with the Estonian Center for International Development delegation at State House in Entebbe, Mrs. Museveni applauded the agency for sharing its global expertise since 2022 under the AU-EU Digital for Development Hub project. She highlighted the agency's contribution to strengthening the Uganda National Qualifications Framework, supporting teacher training through partnerships and with Estonian institutions and NGOs along Mondo, and also advancing digital literacy projects. The First Lady pointing out ongoing collaborations with Tallinn University of Technology and Makerere University School of Public Health to modernize the e-health master's course, as well as Chambogo University in applying a digital maturity tool to TVET institutions. Mr. Jarats praised Uganda's progress in digital education during his first visit to the country. Mrs. Winter emphasized STDEV's commitment to data-driven education, planning and job creation through the digital economy. She revealed that more than 400 teachers, including those in rural schools and TVET institutions, have already been trained in digital competencies. The African Union Chairman, His Excellency Mahmoud Ali Yusuf, has appointed former Foreign Affairs Minister and UN General Assembly President Sam Kahamba Kutesa to the high-level panel of eminent experts to review the AU's governance, peace and security framework. Kutesa's appointment is significant for Uganda, as it is the first under Yusuf's leadership of the African Union Commission. In this interview with Kutesa, it should be recalled that Yusuf defeated Kenya's Raila Odinga in elections held 6 months ago by the AU heads of state in Addis Ababa.
This is a panel of 5 eminent Africans which has been appointed by the African Union Commission to review the governance and peace and security architecture of the African Union. It includes a number of people, eminent people. One of them is Mr. Anadif, he's a former Prime Minister of Chad. The other one is Mr. Omar Musa, he's a former Foreign Minister of Egypt and the former Secretary General of the League of Arab Nations. Another one is Professor Ibrahim Gambari, who is a former Foreign Minister of Nigeria and a permanent representative at the UN, and also former Chief of Staff of the late President Buhari, and a former Deputy President of South Africa, Madam Her Excellency Pumuzile Ngakula, and myself. We've been appointed to undertake a review of the architecture, governance architecture, and that of peace and security for Africa. As you know, in 1963, we had the Organization of African Unity. That helped Africa to decolonize and get independence for all its countries. In the year 2000, that was changed and transformed into the African Union with a new constitutive act, with a new charter, with a new governance structure. And that governance structure had the Assembly, or heads of state, the Executive Council of Foreign Ministers, the permanent representatives in Addis Ababa of ambassadors, the African Parliament, the Court of Human Rights, and many other agencies. On the security side, there was the Peace and Security Council, which was set up for Africa, African Peace and Security Council. This has also got a number of protocols under it. It has got to the Standby African Army. It has got to the Committee of the Wise. It has the early warning systems, and it has a mechanism in which to stop and resolve conflict. So we have had these laws and programs operating since 2000. Now this is 25 years since 2000. So they want to review of these, they want them reviewed. The African heads of state have sat and said we want to review our progress. Have we succeeded? If we haven't, why haven't we? What can we do in order to succeed? Do we need to change anything in these instruments? Or do we need to improve the methods of work? And so they have appointed us a committee of 5 eminent Africans, and I'm delighted to have been one of those to be appointed among these eminent Africans to review these instruments and to have our recommendations to the heads of state of the African Union. There will be a special summit in November in Angola. Our initial report will go there. Then there will be another report in January at the AU summit in Addis Ababa, and our final report will be submitted. Now, we just had a meeting in Nairobi last week, the first one of this panel, and we were reporting to President Ruto, whom we met. President Ruto is the champion for reform. The reform has been going on for 7 years. The first champion was President Kagame. He has now handed over to President Ruto as the champion. And we, the eminent persons, are going to report to President Ruto, who together with us will report to the heads of state in Angola and in Addis Ababa.
Here's your chance to win school fees for your child for a whole year. Just pay school fees using Momo. Dial *165 *80#. Select option 2 for school pay. Select option 1 to pay school fees. Enter the student number and amount and approve the transaction. You will now enter the draw to win school fees.
At UNOC, we believe in safety.
Every waking day is a reminder just how beautiful this, our land, truly is. The kind of beauty that you can only find here, in the lush green all around us and the wondrous sights within. It's in the distinct aroma of our cooking, to the taste of food that takes you on a journey, in the sound of homecoming and the sound of Mother Earth, in the magnificence we find on our travels and the exciting moments we experience. Ours is the kind of beauty that comes in all things big and small. All we have to do is awaken our senses and truly enjoy what's uniquely ours. Explore Uganda, the pearl of Africa.
Exercise can't be sustained. Eating can't be stopped. It's even harder to lose weight. Come and give it a try. Genshikang L-carnitine chromium capsules. Plant extract, scientific ratio. Take 3 capsules each time. The active ingredient accelerates fat burning, eat twice a day, don't take a detour. Weight loss starts now. Genshikang L-carnitine with chromium capsules helps you stay in shape. Please follow medical advice when taking this product. For more information, visit our website www.hgo.com or call 0800 335555.
We started with 1 acre. We started with poultry, then we added cows. Milk, a day we get 100 liters. When the president was around in 2019 in campaigns, he was in Chenjojo at a rally, was still insisting on 4 acre model. Then that's where my husband raised up, was like, no, Mr. President, for me I have 1 acre. I practiced you what you are telling these people. Now I'm able to earn such and such amount. Then was, wow, you bring Mr. Nyakana, tell us. And our 1 acre is not yet to its 100%. As you see, we've been growing up in income, educating siblings, the income security. Now if you even want a loan, they've been calling us, come and give you a loan. People, they know that you have income, even tomorrow you can what? You can pay. Then President talking to us, we've been receiving a lot since from that announcement. That is a free advert for us.
Welcome back. You're still watching the UBC News Tonight, broadcasting from Nile Avenue. The State Minister for Gender and Culture, Peace Mutuzo, has urged the Karamoja to abandon negative cultural practices such as widow inheritance, female genital mutilation, and disrespect for women. She made the call during the closure of the week-long Karamoja Cultural Festival 2025 at Old Nakapiripirit Primary School playgrounds.
The festival's final day opened with a procession of ethnic groups from across Karamoja: Mathenik of Moroto, Bokora of Napak, G of Kotido, Dodoth of Kabong, Pokot of Amodat, and Etur of Abim, Napoleon Nyangea of Karenga, and Pian from Nakapiripirit and Nabilatu. Officials also visited the Akiri Ket, where Karimojong elders blessed them. Minister for Karamoja Affairs and Tekere community leader Peter Lokeris explained the origins of the Karamoja cultural events.
And you say, why fight? Let us start organizing meetings to bring the people together, to tell them that you are one. Why do you fight for nothing?
State Minister for Gender, Peace Mutuzo, again called upon leaders to fight harmful practices like FGM.
All negative practices, we want the cultural leaders to concentrate on. Elders, government partners, government institutions, we are encouraging you to promote our local language, because it is through our language that we shall remain Africans, Ugandans, Kenyans, but also united by the same common origin.
State Minister for Karamoja Florence Nambozo also attended.
Planning to have compulsory boarding school education for Karamoja.
Nakapiripirit District Chairperson John Nangiro reminded President Museveni of the pledges made to Karamoja leaders at Oliver Tambo in Kaweweta.
The recognition of the Nyamia people and the Kalawa people of Nakapiripirit as a minority group, and therefore ultimately have representation in Parliament.
The Deputy Governor of Turkana County, Dr. John Erus, outlined Kenya's efforts to disarm illegal guns among the Turkana.
We are fully behind the national government effort to ensure that we get rid of all illegal firearms in the region.
Karamoja Parliamentary Caucus Chairperson and Pian County MP Remigio Achia urged peaceful coexistence between locals and the Pian Upe Game Reserve.
The question that Cabinet put to a halt, that is turning Pianute into a game reserve, into a national park. That issue is pertinent because we don't want to create more. Why do we want to create conflict where it is not there?
Chekwi County MP also thanked government for supporting the festival. The festival flag was officially handed over to the next year's hosts, Moroto District. Guests were treated to traditional foods. The event drew government ministers, political leaders and dignitaries from Kenya, South Sudan, Ethiopia and communities across Karamoja sub-region.
Over 2,000 certificates of customary ownership have been issued in Dokolo under Uganda's responsible land policy with funding from the German government. We have more details.
Once known for frequent land disputes and unclear ownership structures, Dokolo district is now witnessing a major transformation.
Conflicts have subsidized down, and as a sub-county in other areas, you realize that they rarely receive even land conflicts.
Under Uganda's responsible land policy, more than 2,000 customary land owners have been officially recognized and issued certificates of customary ownership.
I'm very safe now.
If I leave this document to my children, can help a lot. No anybody can come and grab my land.
We are producing security, peace, and hope. A certificate in the hands of a widow or an orphan is a shield against dispossession.
The initiative, which has received direct funding from the German government, aims to strengthen land tenure, especially in rural and customary areas where formal documentation has historically been lacking.
As we speak today and we celebrate this success, you realize that from zero certificate of customary ownership, today in Teso sub-region we have over 11,000, and in Lango we have over 8,000 land parcels and over 5,000 certificates of customary ownership issued. And that is a great milestone that the German government has contributed to the people of Uganda.
District officials say the impact is already visible, with cases of land-related disputes dropping sharply across the district.
Before this project began, over 95% of the conflicts registered in our LC3 courts and in our local courts were related to land issues.
People would fight, people would hit each other with pangas because they didn't know where the boundaries of their land would reach.
Beyond conflict resolutions, the certificates of customary ownership are also opening up new opportunities for landowners to access financial services, improve agricultural planning, and secure generational wealth.
This document can help me a lot of so many things. If I want to get loan, can help me also.
As Uganda persists to implement its responsibility land policy through self-sustaining model, there is hope for more communities to benefit from secure land ownership, thereby fostering peace, development, and long-term prosperity. Joseph Okow, compiled this report for UBC News.
The Minister of State for Youth and Children Affairs, Dr. Balam Barugahara, has commended Victoria Sugar Limited for employing over 3,000 young people and contributing to the development of Luero district. The minister, accompanied by Ministers Chofa Togabie and Alice Kaboyo, are in Luero district for a youth mobilization tour. They called on the youth employed at Victoria Sugar Limited to be responsible citizens before they head for a youth rally in Luero town.
Ministers Balam Barugahara, Chofa Kabuye and Alice Kaboyo are in Luero district for a youth mobilization tour and sensitization and evaluation of different government programs for the youth. The ministers toured Victoria Sugar Limited ahead of their youth rally in Luero town. They called upon youth to be responsible citizens for developing of the country.
Now I have one message for young people. I want you to live a good life, okay? When you earn money here, don't go to town like that man and drink up to morning. Save your money and start some small business. Don't do a lot of alcoholism. And for the girls, don't go around sleeping with men, you'll get HIV.
For the good job you're doing, and at the same time, thank you very much for responding to the president's call. When the president says industrialization, it means creating jobs. Now you have the jobs, isn't it? But now, one thing to you, please put in good use of that money you earn. However much, the too much and the too little you earn, put it in good what? Good use.
Minister Balam commended the factory for employing over 3,000 youth and pledged continued government support.
Thank Victoria Sugar for paying taxes, like the directors, 10 billion, 2 billion Uganda shilling per month. Government of Uganda, I commit as the Minister of Youth that we shall work closely together to ensure the future of the youth is perfect and to ensure that the youth get the employment they need from investors like Victoria Group.
They also called upon the youth to support President Museveni come 2026.
I'm not going to say a lot here, but all I want is that you support NRM.
Nasifu Ismail, the operations director, appreciated the government for the support and outlined a few challenges at the factory.
Minister, if we look at the social responsibility, we've provided water in all the villages around, waiting for a fair presentation on the Sugar Council.
Marion Awori and Jen Yiramjisha, UBC.
Now, at just 5 years and 9 months, Leah Dara has become one of the youngest published authors. Her debut, The Sunflower and the Earth, is a 26-page children's book on water conservation inspired by the saying, "Even the brightest sunflower bows to the soil that gave it life."
Leah, a reception student at Aga Khan Nursery School in Kampala, is the daughter of Mulabika and Saujoji Dara, of Indian origin, now residents of Uganda.
Sam was very mischievous. One day Sam was sneaking around the water tank. He climbed and then opened the tap. Sam wasted all the water. After that, soon there was no more water in the water tank.
Her book, beautifully illustrated by Subhadeep Chakraborty, tells the story of a cheerful village learning the importance of saving water. It is a tale simple enough for children, yet powerful to inspire families to talk about conservation at home.
It is a day in June. My husband went to pick her, and she was showing the daddy that, "Daddy, I wrote a story about water conservation, and the name of that story is The Sunflower and the Earth." So that's the inspiration story started.
But this is only the beginning. Leah is already working on her second book, The Rose and the Naughty Girl, set for release on her 6th birthday this December. With a natural gift for storytelling and a vivid imagination, Leah is inspiring children and parents alike to see the environment through a child's eyes, curious, hopeful, and responsible.
When the parent find out their child has this kind of talent, they should full support them, they should allow them and to grow those type of talents, because every kids are unique, I believe. God doesn't make anything empty. So I want to thank God also for giving me this brilliant child.
The Sunflower and the Earth is now available in major bookshops across Kampala and is quickly becoming a favorite for parents and teachers passionate about environmental education.
Thank you so much. Keep on writing. Next time I come to your place, to your home, I find another book, bigger than this one, Thank you.
Big thing about the MTN Super. Wali yakapia musite wali yakapia. Wali yakapia. MTN kabo de super mustairompia. Then you kabo de smartphone nebi yakabibiona. Wali yakapia. MTN kabo de super mustairompia. Then you kabo de smartphone nebi yakabibiona.
Get the new Kabode Super smartphone and enjoy 16 GB free. Start with a deposit of only 45,000 Uganda shillings and pay the rest in daily installments of less than 1K. You can also make weekly and monthly installments. Together, our vibes are unstoppable. Terms and conditions apply.
MTN.
MTN is regulated by Uganda Communications Commission.
Exercise can't be sustained. Eating can't be stopped. It's even harder to lose weight. Come and give it a try. Genshikang L-carnitine chromium capsules. Plant extract, scientific ratio. Take 3 capsules each time. The active ingredient accelerates fat burning, eat twice a day. Don't take a detour. Weight loss starts now. Genshikang L-carnitine with chromium capsules helps you stay in shape. Please follow medical advice when taking this product. For more information, visit our website www.hgo.com or call 0800 335555.
Welcome back. You're still watching the UBC News Tonight, broadcasting live from Nile Avenue. The children of the late Major Nathan Kuku Ainomugisha and their mother Jennifer Kuku Ainomugisha sought justice from Senior Presidential Assistant Fiona Barungi, accusing their aunt Mary Nkolechi and uncle Bulunga Village Chairman Kiongo Herbert of seizing their father's property. These are the details.
The widow of late Major Nathan Kuku Ainomugisha, Miss Jennifer Kuku Ainomugisha, is seeking protection against land grabbers.
2001 nari rubuto rwa miezi ngoto nari nchari yeno mcharo gati tunamara rumbe Mary Nkolechi nagenda natunde nyumba ya yezira n'abana we twari tuziga justice muhanzi yayimirira nagamba ye yari roya wo mwami wanjye nagamba nti omugenzi arese uwi nabuza abantu nagamba batusomerero batugereke abekane bamugana.
First mention all the assets left behind by the deceased.
The inventory.
The inventory. Yeah. We asked for the inventory. She panicked. Yeah, she panicked. No, she panicked. No, she just filed it recently. There's a copy on your file. Yes.
She says her husband, who died in 2001, left 6 children and a house in Luzira, another in Bunga, land, farms with over 500 cows and cars. She claims Nkolechi sold the Luzira house and evicted them.
Bantekako abantu banzite emisana eyo kesi eri kugombololawo.
And here, this is the Shamiti. He had land at Mukabale, where his residential home was. He had land at Luzira in Kampala. He had land in Bunga, Soya. And all these properties are not mentioned in the inventory.
Her son, Nathan Aino Mugisha, says repeated complaints were ignored and an offer of land and 10 cows without documentation was rejected.
From start, we have gone to different offices to get them officers. This is not office of the administration, office of the administrator. Aganyo gendayo. Ne one court order agala dividing ebintu without the right justice of the court. Will jasoma badge forging. The will is changed.
Ijo tu oturwani abokuba turabira mu bintu bingi kandi mbagira ngo tutira bazire.
The children appealed to President Museveni to reclaim their inheritance.
Up to now, this is not the right justice the government should provide for the people that even fought for the government. We are not going to allow this. May the office of the president help us.
Kanyesige Rose, another family member, accused Nkolechi and Herbert of grabbing her late father's property.
So, Babiria, by Hayana Guraturite Yadani, Nayubaji, Bakwatavani Kumi, Abdadia Verati, Babatum Fomi, by Hayo Saint, Nasus Bazi.
Marunja attempted to summon the accused, who refused and locked themselves indoors.
What kind of service is that? What is that man serving? I am going to deal with this woman alowooza nti ali waggulu w'amateeka ate nga ali mu kwagala kutta mwana because omwana ono obulamu bwe yagambye buli mu matiga.
She emphasized the law must protect orphans and their mothers.
I know what it means to be a widow. I know what it means to be an orphan. Kyeva abantu nga bano bwe bajja mu office yange nze seebaka. Some people think I have interest, they have compromised me or something. No, nkimanyi nze ndi muntu ali munsi. I have feelings. I know what this little boy is going through. Manyi mama we kyayitamu. N'abaana abalala baliwo. So, kyemba suubiza sigenda kutuula.
Jamil Sekaja for UBC.
MTN Momo launched Term 3 of Win School Fees with Momo, providing a full year school fees to parents and guardians. Let's take a look.
MTN Momo has launched Term 3 of Win School Fees with Momo, providing a full year school fees to parents and guardians.
And we are really delighted as MTN Momo to be a part of the education and as well as journeys, the dreams that our parents and the nation is building for our children.
At the giveaway in Wandegeya, two teachers, Brenda Nalukwago and Juma Kisalita, received support, joining over 50 families that have done so over the past. The initiative eases school fees burdens while promoting financial inclusion. It's part of MTN's Power to Be More platform, and the campaign empowers Ugandans with digital and financial tools.
Government swore in the 20th Surveyors Registration Board and 14th Architects Registration Board for a 2-year term effective 12th August 2025. We have more.
Person, any matter, document, communication, or information that shall come to my knowledge in the discharge of my official duties, except as may be required for the discharge of my official duties, and shall be committed to my secrecy, so help me God.
The Surveyors Board regulates the profession, advises government, ensures tenure security through land mapping, provides training, and fosters international cooperation, enforces discipline, and promotes training.
Effect activities of the board, and of course the increasing cases of professional misconduct and the continuing failure, Madam PS, of many government surveyors from registering. So we request that they will register and we can be able to regulate the profession. However, we are convinced, Madam PS, that with the support of government, through the Ministry of Youth, the Ministry of Works and Transport, and the Ministry of Water and Environment, we can overcome these challenges to create a respectable profession that can contribute to our country.
Minister Judith Nabakova thanked the outgoing boards and urged the new members to strengthen their professions.
Let me take this opportunity to congratulate members of the 20th Surveyors Registration Board and the 14th Actex Registration Board upon their appointment to serve on board. I also want to echo that there is need to ensure proper regulation, inspection and control of all activities of the professional and registered surveyors and actors, and be able to adequately guide government on these matters.
A magistrate administered the oath of office. Charity Marion Imnat for UBC.
And in the world of sports, Dr. Donald Rukare, Uganda Olympic Committee President, will serve as the Commonwealth Sports President following his nomination. We have more details.
On behalf of Commonwealth Sport, I am looking forward to the assembly in November. In April, as you know, I was nominated to become the interim president, and I'm in many ways privileged, humbled that I'm the sole candidate coming for the election in November. But more importantly, what is more important beyond the candidature of this position is to say that it's a privilege and honor to be able to serve the movement in that capacity. In my wildest dreams, I never thought I would be president of Commonwealth, but it has come, and therefore I look forward with the executive board of Commonwealth Sport and the great team we have in the Home Office to be able to work on a number of things. Top on our agenda is advancing our strategy, United Through Sport, where we are focusing on a number of issues, whether it's with the athletes, the games, the commercial aspects, partnerships. So we're looking at how we can take this forward going forward. So what we're now working on is the Glasgow 26 Games, which are on track. We have a pipeline for 2030, Nigeria and India, which have put in their bids. And we're also looking at different aspects with the GAPS program, Equip. So it's interesting times, and together with the executive board and the office team, we look forward to moving the agenda forward. We are happy that there's interest from all aspects and all regions. So having Nigeria from Africa putting in the bid, that is good. Having India. So these are two very powerful countries, two very big bids. There's an evaluation committee that is looking at this, and we look forward to the outcome of that.
The two-day National Athletes Workshop concluded at Nobview Hotel in Tinda with Uganda Olympic Committee President Donald Rukare in attendance. Still, UBC has the details.
The two-day National Athletes Workshop concluded at Nobview Hotel in Ntinda with Uganda Olympic Committee President Donald Rukare in attendance.
The program that they have had over the last 2 days is focusing on building the capacity of athletes in the area of media, nutrition, safeguarding, and mental health. So these are very important areas that we believe athletes need to be continuously engaged over these critical issues. How do they engage with the media, public speaking? How do they take care of their nutrition as they're training and get ready for various competitions? How do they take care of their mental health? Because mental health is a big topic. And also to get to know about the role of the Athletes Commission, because it's important that athletes are empowered, but also their voices are infused in the different parts of our leadership.
This workshop that comes after the Athletes Career 365 Plus program involved 68 athletes from 34 federations. Participants learned about mental health, nutrition, media, safeguarding, and competition management.
We have got many lessons, more knowledge to go to take it back to our clubs, our gyms, so that we teach our young athletes more about mental health, manipulation in sports, safeguarding. It helps us a lot.
So literally they've been very important topics for us, and honestly, as an athlete, as a player, yeah, I strongly believe that it's going to continue upping my game.
The committee plans to extend such workshops nationwide.
And that brings us to the end of our UBC News Tonight. Thank you for being a lovely audience. My name is Wadulo Arnold Mark, and that I also do implore you to know that La Vie Boutique styled me, Grand Imperial Hotel, Shop 6 and 8. Good night and have yourselves a lovely one.
BBC, inspiring Uganda.
Exercise can't be sustained. Eating can't be stopped. It's even harder to lose weight